So now we begin our second reading from Aristotle. We'll actually have two readings. The first is from his Categories and has to do with the general concept of substance, which we'll talk a lot about. The second has to do with God and the specific question of God's existence and the nature of God's being, or how God exists. We are transitioning from Plato, and we are transitioning to the writings of St. Thomas Aquinas and St. Anselm of Canterbury, having to do with the existence of God. So Aristotle will be a kind of a transitional thinker for us. We're looking back at Plato, certainly. And if we look back at the Phaedo, we see that the reading was metaphysical in two ways, at least. There are the two senses of metaphysics that I suggested we think about at the beginning of the class. First, the general concept, or the general question of what is real. What is the nature of reality, which one could say is metaphysics, is the study of metaphysics, or is the inquiry, subject matter of metaphysics. And it was metaphysical in the second sense that it dealt with a metaphysical question. Is the soul immortal, or is there life after death? That sense of there are certain questions which, because they transcend the limits of our ordinary experience and cannot be verified through any of our ordinary experience, that they transcend nature or they're metaphysical. So both senses of metaphysics were covered in Plato's Phaedo, or touched upon in Plato's Phaedo. That is also true of our readings of Aristotle. The first question, having to do with substance, really is that general sense of metaphysics as the general inquiry into the nature of reality. The second reading from Aristotle's Metaphysics, the first one being from the Categories, has to do with a specific metaphysical question, again, the existence of God. So as we look at these two readings, we're looking backwards and we're looking forwards. And during the course of my little talks about Aristotle, I'll be referring probably to these other thinkers.